Hi. Okay, let's see who's next. Battle of Evermore by Zeppelin. Scream Hallelujah by Blacklight Burns. Thunder by Lana Del Rey. And Stars in Your Eyes. Let's see who we're going to do next. This is the July read. I kind of knew this was going to happen, Libra. It's your turn. It's been a minute, hadn't it? It's been a minute since we've chatted. This is your July read with the tarot. We're going to use the I Am Power Pack first. Everything you need to know is in the description box of the video. Then we're going to use the Joie de Vivre tarot. Figure out what you need to know. You want to say hi to my sugar skull? I got her, and we should come up with a name for it. Tell me what I should name my sugar skull that I got in Puerto Vallarta. In the comments. Tell me what we should name it. Check out your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. If you don't know what your rising, any of those are, you can go to a place like Cafe Astrology. But let's figure it out, shall we? Let's figure it out. These little things, they die. Oh, the little things, all the little things. And also, just do it. Just do it. Yeah. Part of, it's almost like when I heard thunder start. Lana Del Rey. It's like I kind of knew. But let's see what your affirmation is for July. And let's get started here. Oh my God. Also, this is going to be annoying, but you're going to hear it through the whole read. Because I just got home from work. So I gotta figure life out here. Okay, your affirmation. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is your affirmation for the month of July? That was easy. You're calm. The calm before the storm. I like to consider, Libra, I like to consider you a huge part of the storm. I like to consider you to be lightning, the element of lightning a lot of the time. But in any event, you are calm. You might be trying to tell yourself to keep calm. Keep calm and carry on, if you will. Anyway, that's what your affirmation is. So I sold my table. And we've moved all of the office things in here. Still kind of figuring out what I'm going to do with the space. And the table's kind of beside the window. I do channeling at the same time. Sorry about the nails. I'm not doing my nails this summer. But let's get this rolling for you. Past, present, future energy. Again, like I said, we do channeling at the same time, ringing in our ears. When we hear messages on the left, those are our spirit guides. When we hear things on the right, those are our people that I know that have passed on. Just do it. Just do it. It's almost like Nike, the Nike slogan, eh? You might want to look up the goddess Nike. But these little things, they die. There's some picking going on. Picking. You know, the picking on the guitar. The delicate little strings, right? Okay. All right, twist for fairness for you. And let's get started. Past energy for you, Libra. So, I mean, it's been a really long time since I've done your read. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Somebody calls you sugar, you like to call somebody sugar. Whether they know it or not. I only take flippers or jumpers, and we got a flipper right here. The Fool. Taking a risk. Either somebody took a risk towards you, or you took a risk towards somebody else. Foolhardiness. This is Aries energy. It's that breaking out into the unknown, not knowing whether or not this individual. So the Fool is the representation of, the Fool is a representation of the human in the tarot. Card 0, it's somebody breaking out onto the journey of the human existence, the human experience. not knowing whether they're going to traverse the path and jump off of a cliff to their demise, or if it's going to be just, you know, another step on the journey itself. But it is risk-taking. No risk, no reward comes to mind when we think about this. But nonetheless, it's about embarking on a journey and understanding where risk is inherent, but also necessary. What else do I have for you, Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Knight of Coins with the King of Swords in the reverse. Slow, methodical action forward. Very strategic. This is our Virgo card. Might be during Virgo season. This was the case, or where you encountered that energy. And also the need for the call towards intuition. Living more into the intuitive, emotional space as opposed to the intellectual space. Aquarian energy here. This could also be somebody who's a thief. Criminality is at play normally when I see the King of Swords. Dishonesty, but somebody who isn't following their intellect as much as they would be in the upright there. Slow, methodical, strategic action towards something in order to bring it about in the tangible world. It's almost as if you intuitively feel that that's necessary while embarking upon your journey, being bold and taking the correct steps. So it's almost like bold, strategic, slow, plodding, methodical action, but adventurous nonetheless. This here is saying that you're in the past ignoring your intellect or the logical side of things. It could also be where you are noticing the criminality in a situation. I always see this as a thief because normally the King of Swords can represent a magistrate, a judge, corrections officer, parole officer, police officer, somebody who is an authority figure on the right-hand side of the law, but in the reverse, it can be on the left-hand side of the law. Somebody who is dishonest, a thief. You'll have to take what rings true for you. But it seems to be that this is somebody who's operating more out of an intuitive space as opposed to an intellectual space. And sometimes these cards can mean an invitation to do so when they're in the reverse, because in the upright it'd be an invitation to exercise more intelligence as opposed to emotion, right? But it's in the reverse. It's the rule of three. I have to take them. Also in the past for you, we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. You want to drop down your guard, tired of being the wounded warrior, tired of the struggle, knowing you're on the verge of victory, recognizing it, excuse me. Normally this is somebody who's protecting their heart space, the heart door. You know, it's interesting. And if I would love to be able to show you, because when I was at this, I went on this one excursion to this place called Yalapa. And while we were walking through the village, there was this one wooden door. It was an old, dark wooden door that had a picture of a heart, like a human heart in the middle of it. And that's a heart door right there. So it's almost as if you're dropping your guard in the recent past, you know, coming outside of the berm, allowing somebody access to your heart door because you feel that it's right. You're tired of logicking your way through things. And it's funny because as Libran energy suggests, Librans are more focused on the other than on the self, whereas you begin your journey here with the Fool, which is Aries energy, your divine counterpart, which is the focus on the self. It seems as if there's focus on another here and attempting to drop your guard because you feel emotionally and intuitively that it's correct. And that you're tired of the defensiveness of the day. Funny that we should say that because we have the Queen of Cups next, which is Cancerian energy. Could be at the beginning of Cancer season, maybe last year, but also could be this Cancer season, where you intuitively understand that in order to bring about things that are emotionally fulfilling, you do need to invest in something of an emotional, watery nature wholeheartedly and securely. There's emotional security and emotional maturity here with it in the upright. Whereas if it was like this, we'd be looking at somebody who's emotionally insecure, irrational, volatile in that space. So you're following your intuition all the way along, feeling your way through things, understanding where it feels right as opposed to where you think it's right. Yeah. The Six of Cups following it, there's a childhood wish, goal, dream, and also nostalgia that is rooted in a childlike innocence. Could also be the goals of childhood, but also a childhood relationship or a reconciliation of sorts that has to do with a childhood relationship. I think this is more about the things that we wish to bring about and the things that we wish to see ourselves bring to fruition as adults. The beautiful innocence of romanticism that we look towards as adults. Whether it be with our goals, with our connections, our ideals, what we wish to bring about in our real world. But there's a great deal of, it's funny, I don't wish to be redundant, but the thing is that it is attached to our emotions quite strongly. We have a great deal of heart for this in the past. Or it's something that tugs on our heartstrings because there's innocence attached to it. And joy, something that is delicate, brings about a smile. A small, simple smile that's lacks the deviousness, lacks ulterior motives, makes one feel that they've arrived, you know? It's unmistakable in its innocence. Okay, let's look at your present. One sec. Yeah, it's that also an eagerness here. Just do it. Just do it. Don't wait. Like that song says. In the present for you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I can't believe I've knocked all the air signs out in the last, like, literally week. But that happened. It really did. Just do it. Just do it. Don't wait. Don't wait. Are you feeling that? Yeah. Okay, so Two of Swords. Yeah. Just do it. Just do it. Don't wait. Yeah, you're done sitting at a crossroads. You're picking a direction in the present. You've taken the blindfold off where there was willful blindness, but also the refusal to choose one direction. You have now decided to move forward in one direction or another. And there's no more room for dichotomies. And your adventurousness is kicking in huge here with the Fool above you. Although I will say the urgency is lacking because that Knight of Coins is there. It's from a space of understanding yourself to the fullest so that you can choose one of those two directions. Your movement forward, your adventurousness, the ability to be bold isn't necessarily, it's not like that hair trigger shit. It's something that comes from something that you're there's a deeper understanding here. More in the present for you, Libra. And you can flip the script if you want, if it doesn't apply. Whoa. Can't take all of those, but this one I can. The 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's dropping of burdens. It's almost like relinquishing to the self. Dropping responsibility as burdens. There's almost an alleviation of pressure or stress that has to do with this, with the movement forward. It's almost like if you moved forward with, too much energy, too much urgency, that you would feel that it was too stressful, or that it would have too much responsibility that you would have to bear. Or as if there's too much burden on you by not choosing a direction or not being adventurous and breaking out. You're carrying a lot on your back because you're not acknowledging your emotions. You've overthought things to such a high extent that there's an alleviation of pressure and stress and weight off of your shoulders. There's a weight off of your shoulders with this in your choosing and in your movement forward. I think specifically because you're choosing to exercise your choices, but also in the movement forward being far more methodical and far more well thought out, because you're calm. Like I said, yeah, because you're calm. More. Tell me more. Told yourself to wait too long. The Queen of Coins. The Page of Wands in the reverse and the Wheel. See if we can make a storybook out of this, yeah? The Queen of Wands, Queen of Coins, Capricorn energy on that Queen of Coins. Right now, you could be attempting to surround yourself with comforts, luxuries, comfort in the home space, trying to surround yourself with finery, because the comfort of the home really does help you to feel a calmness and a serenity that you cannot find elsewhere. It also helps to, it speaks to your emotions, it appeals to your emotions. And again, it helps to alleviate some of the stress that weighs upon your shoulders. With that Queen of Coins here. There's comfort. Now, you could be seeking out. So, I'm a Capricorn. So, this is always interesting to me, some of these cards. There's Stu. So many of you don't know, because I tend to keep my social media typically pretty segregated. But I have a rabbit, a pet rabbit that's not technically a pet rabbit, but I choose to feed him. I have a couple. I have Soup and I have Stew. There was a third one named Flambe, but he disappeared shortly thereafter. Stew still comes around. He's eating the grass instead of, the carrots and things that we leave out for him right now. But there's Stew. The comfort and finery in the home, extending outwards even to the nature around your home. Having pets. Understanding that your home is where your heart is, but how do you extend that outwards, and how do you make that a place of finery and comfort for yourself, where you have joy, you take joy in it, and in creating that space for yourself, right? There's something here that's interesting, though. Either has to do with this Capricorn, or has to do with you've dropped your guard, or somebody else has dropped their guard. I feel like you're the one who dropped your guard because you thought it was intuitively right to do so. But it seems like there's a halt on passionate communication in the present that is confounding. And a halt to movement forward that's happening during this particular season, or happened during the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp season. You see That right there, I love that this wheel has the wheel of the year on it, because you can see that's a Gemini Cancer cusp, and then a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. So on one of those two periods on the zodiac wheel, there was a halt to passionate communication that occurred. Somebody either felt that they were living too much into the emotional and not enough into the intellectual, or they felt that they had dropped their guard to a point that was no longer emotionally safe. They were speaking to childhood wishes, dreams, and goals. It's something deeply personal, fulfilling, innocence here. But intuitively, they knew that it was right to put a halt on that. There could also have been a reversal of fortune during that time for you or for this individual during the Gemini Cancer cusp, or during the Capricorn Sagittarius cusp, that caused a collapse of passionate communication that's extending into the present. Intuitively, they knew it was time for that to occur, or at this time, that's what's happening as a result of those events. What else? The wheel, excellent mark the place, by the way. Like the parting of the ways, right? But it's where you end and I begin by Radiohead, I'm hearing on that. Fixed energy. We have Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. Tell me more. In the present for you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Something grinding to a halt, no more forward progress. Because work is required. Somebody's focusing on their work. They've turned a blind eye to this because they're focusing on their work. They have a achievement that has to do with deep-seated childhood wish or goal, or you do, that where their work is required. Apprenticeship energy here. The need to master one's craft. Intuitively, they know that their energy is required elsewhere. They pulled their energy from this in order to focus it here on the 8 coins. There's wizardry involved in this, but it's more than that. There's mastery of something on the tangible plane that has to occur for them in order to be able to move forward. Sorry that it's so simplistic. It's just sometimes that happens, you know. In the future for you. In the future for you. Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have happening for you in the future. King of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so Leo energy. During Leo season, sometimes I read this as an Aries card, but it is the fixed signs. Kings are fixed signs. So during Leo season, so during Leo season, there's a bit of an attention-mongering energy. You could be kind of doing that look at me, see, look at me type thing. Could be this person, but also could be a loss of temper, a lack of courage, the inability to tame the inner beast of passion over attempting to choose one of those two paths with the 2 swords above it, and then and then feeling the burdens that you dropped, kind of. It's almost like that, I don't care anymore. I have something to say, and I'm going to say it because I chose my path. You know, somebody is in that devil may care attitude. Interesting, because we have that Queen of Coins here. I'm very fascinated to see what drops next. You know, throwing caution to the wind and just saying what one has to say because of a loss of temper, or because of, you know, there's cowardice sometimes associated with the King of Wands. Excuse me. Or the Strength card in the reverse also could denote cowardice. I haven't seen the Strength card here, but it's almost like somebody's pissed. Somebody's pissed off because they chose a direction. They were very definitive in that. And because they chose a direction and they've dropped their guard, or they've dropped their burdens or their responsibilities, or feeling an alleviation of pressure, but the reward isn't there, or because they have something to say, they're saying it and they don't give a shit. Could be you. Very declarative, but we want our kings in the upright so that when they say what they want to say, it's not foolish. Okay? You want to come from a space that's secure and dominant. Not domineering. Dominant, and there is a difference, right? Somebody who you can respect their word as opposed to fearing them. There's a difference in between fear and respect. Yeah. Understanding the difference in between somebody that you have to... oh, there's you. Yeah, okay. A lack of healing or a lack of balance. Yeah, you lose your temper. You lose your temper. A sense of justice. You're trying to achieve justice or balance or equilibrium. You're feeling off kilter. You're trying to gain a balance and equilibrium in your home space. This is literally directly below that Capricorn card, that Queen of Coins card. Equilibrium, home space, justice and balance and equilibrium in the home space. After dropping responsibilities and burdens. And then again, tempering of two things, healing. This could be after a trip overseas or after long distance travel. Sagittarius card here. You could be dealing with Sagittarius, Capricorn cusper. Again, we're coming up with that timing of the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp season with that Capricorn card above it. Healing. Higher spiritual plane, higher learning. Healing the dropping of responsibilities. Healing the dropping of burdens. The need for healing is here. Feeling loss of temper. I see this as a strength card in the reverse. Like two cards equaling one. Leo, Sagittarius in the reverse. You could be witnessing where you see a Leo and a Sagittarius, and you're attempting to do somebody justice over this. You're also seeing where the balance and equilibrium, you feel that you're trying to keep yourself out of something where you feel normally there'd be a sense of responsibility over ensuring that somebody's home is maintained as a comforting space, a place of luxury and refinement, but also a place that is a place of peace. And you're attempting to balance things out, looking at it from a truth standpoint, trying to maintain truth and equilibrium and justice and fairness, but also attempting to prevent yourself or somebody else is preventing themselves from coming in with passionate communication. Tell me more. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tempting. You're still preventing yourself from coming in with communication, or somebody else is not saying what they want to say. They're preventing themselves from communicating. Communication could also be coming towards you, but I'm not seeing that here because it's in the reverse. Eight of Wands. And the upright is communication outwards towards you or towards another person. They're refraining from communicating. That wheel is still in reverse there. The Page of Wands is in the reverse. They're attempting to go within and create a place of comfort and refinement within their home, within their four walls. They're not looking to bring that outwards. You're trying to navigate that. It's frustrating for you. I see frustration here about why it ground to a halt. You're observing now where it happened in the past. Intuitively, this person knew that it was important. The whys aren't important to you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, we have 2 cards left for you, Libra. Okay. Yeah, the moon. There's something hidden. There's fear, deception, nightmares, confusion. Something that is kept hidden, deeply emotional in its nature. Cancerian card. Some people see this as the Piscean card. I see it as Cancer. Because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Yeah, Pisces in your chart. This individual could have Pisces in their chart. Somebody is attempting to... Somebody might be confused about how to communicate effectively with you, or you could be confused about how to communicate effectively with them. Or it could very well be that the right thing to say is eluding somebody or is eluding you. And that's why everything kind of ground to a halt. What is the right thing to say? I don't even know what I should say. I don't even know what I should say because I'm an idiot, a loser. If somebody has these self-limiting beliefs about themselves, they're attempting to work on what it is that they should say or work on the confusion. They're trying not to deceive, and that's why they ground to a halt. But they're trying to turn within in the night. The 3 owls. I have 3 owls. I call them who, whose, and whom. But the owls denote wisdom. They prey on creatures in the night. But they also know when is the appropriate time to strike and when is the appropriate time to sit back, right? And that wisdom eludes others. Confusion about work, confusion about why things stopped, why things are not moving forward, why things are not being passionately communicated, why things aren't being communicated at all. And a feeling of that's not fair. I didn't do anything wrong with that Queen of Swords. Lastly for you, Libra. Remember, your challenge is to not focus so much on others and focus more inward. Right? You think that's bad? It's a hot damn having an Aries rising and a Libra 7th. Oh, we got 2 for you. Here are the 2 of Cups, a meeting of the 2 with the Magician. You're trying to manifest a meeting of the 2. Or somebody else is trying to manifest a meeting of the 2 with you. Gemini energy here, deep, vast communication. Also, Virgo energy could be during Virgo season or during Gemini season. But there is a meeting of the 2 that is nigh, or you're trying to meet up with somebody, a meeting of the minds, communication or otherwise. But it seems to be over a sense of self-mastery. And once somebody masters themselves, or once they manifest what they want into the real world, it seems like it has to do with work. Once it's like goal setting, like a reward, you know. Once I achieve this in my work, then that a meeting of the 2 can occur. And if it doesn't, then I'll just keep working, and then this will be my reward. If and then, right? Kind of seems like that. The owls. The owls, you see? The owls here, the owls here. It's a deeper knowing. It's a deeper knowing. A deeper knowing. It's a battle of evermore. Huh? No, it's funny. Okay, on the bottom, yeah, because there's more work that's required. More investment is required. Somebody is pursuing this Eight of Coins energy, but they also kind of feel like it's not ample enough investment. They're trying to go after low-hanging fruit, yet at the same time, they're also eyeing the top of the tree. Yet, with all of that being said, there is so much work to be done on that right there. All right, let's get your magnetic poetry. I've started doing something different with magnetic poetry for the signs, where I'm kind of doing it in list form as opposed to like this way. So let's see what we can get for you. If this resonated at all or made any sense at all, hit this button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's do some shit. I have debt, and I need to work really hard. I had my whole career collapse last year, and I'm trying to work hard to rebuild all of that, but I need to make bank. So, you know, help a girl out, help a sister out, you know? Anyway, shameless self-promotion. Shameless self-promotion, interesting. Yeah, time is like a broken watch. Money like Fred Astaire. Seems like you've come to resist me. I'm a pit bull in time. Take you on a cruise. They got a lot of words here. Here you go. Baby, won't you try to find me? Any others no need to fight. All right, we'll see when we see you next. Okay, thanks for listening, Libra. Thanks for watching, and it was good to chat with you. All right, okay, bye. Right goddess, like tempests in the sea, you treat me right. Right goddess, like temptress in the sea, you treat me right.